to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. It is Day 3 action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. My name is Al Cameron from Curling Canada, joined once again by Christina Langs on color commentary for a key game this afternoon at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. It is Team Newfoundland and Labrador and Team Prince Edward Island, a pair of winless teams. And halfway through this first part of the round robin, you got to know, Christina, that these teams are desperate for a win to get into that mix to qualify for the championship pool.
Yeah, definitely. They're reaching a point where they need a win to be able to see through to the rest of the week. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top today for sure.
A couple of Atlantic Canada rivals. Always interesting when teams from that part of Canada get together, and we'll run down the lineups for you as Team Prince Edward Island will be shooting first. They are from the Silver Fox Club in Summerside, and it is skip Jamie Newson. The vice skip is Melissa Morrow. Second, Andrew McDougall. And the lead, whom we just saw throw, is Miranda Ellis. And they come in with an 0-3 record. Losses to Saskatchewan, Ontario, and the Yukon earlier in round robin play. And the team they are taking on is Newfoundland Labrador, coming from the Carroll Curling Club in Labrador City. And it is skip Keith Ryan. The vice skip is Marcy Brown. The second, Zach Young. And the lead, Cheryl Morris. This team is 0-2. Two close games, though. They've been in both of their games. They lost 6-5 to New Brunswick's James Grattan and 5-3 to BC's Sebastian Robillard. And we know how that BC team can play, having seen them beat New Brunswick last night here in Canmore. So it is Day 3 action, and it's moving day in the standings. As we know, there's 2 pools of 7. The top 4 finishers in both pools will go into that championship pool beginning on Thursday.
Top 8.
Now with 2 and 3 games under their belts, Christina, you got to think these teams should be comfortable with the conditions, should be comfortable with the stones, and we should have a pretty good game today.
Yeah, we definitely saw yesterday was a game of trying to figure out the curl for the first 4 ends, and then whether or not setup could happen from there. In a couple of cases, it definitely came around in a not so positive result if you weren't setting up to try and take as much as you could. So we'll see who's thinking ahead and who's comfortable with the conditions at this point.
No, all the way, all the way.
Hopefully that curl isn't a surprise to anyone.
Go. Nice sweep. Good shot.
That's a good throw from Miranda Ellis to get that behind the center guard. Cheryl Morris will take a chase at it.
Can't hurt it. Line's good. Line's good. Room. Clean. Yep. Hard line. Gotta go Z. Hard.
Zach Young trying to keep this straight, get it by the guard. Just tickles it, but keeps the rotation. It might, no, it'll just touch the blue stone.
All right, Andrew.
That was a tough miss there because it buries it even further, that blue stone. But it is Newfoundland Labrador with shot rock. Our first look at Andrew McDougall and another southpaw.
Control.
Yep. All right, Miranda.
No, it's normal.
Whoa.
Normal.
Whoa. Melissa.
Chance at a hit and roll here to sit 2 buried.
Miranda. Okay, whoa. No roll. Good. Sorry.
And there's an early example of anticipating that break, because you got to have faith that it's going to move, even though it takes forever.
Yeah, and with a case like that, a roll behind cover is nice, but when it pokes out the other side, it gives them, the other team, a multitude of options to make use of your rock, which was definitely not the goal.
First look at Zach Young. Playing the run back. And that was pretty hard to do, to drive it through the hole like that, considering the angle, but did move the guard.
Nice and tight.
A little better than halfway. tight.
Andrew McDougall being
Line's
asked to
tight.
replace that guard.
Miranda early. Easy. Whoa, where?
Tight. Halfway.
Whoa. It's going to overcurl. Just leave it. No. Only Miranda if you're going. It's overcurling.
Get a bounce.
No. Okay.
Christina, we did talk about that yesterday. It's tough to throw guards on this ice to get them to an exact spot.
It is. The curl is proving to be very weight sensitive. So we're seeing teams that threw plenty of draws in practice and felt comfortable with the amount of ice they were giving themselves struggle a little bit when it comes time to plug up a hole like that.
Border control.
Control.
Yep. Whoa. Burst, yes. Hard burst. Gotta go. Hard.
Just tickles the guard.
It may not have been exactly where they wanted it, but it definitely did its job.
Oh, I'd take a 5 maybe.
So it is Prince Edward Island sitting a couple, although Newfoundland
better than
Labrador
halfway.
does have hammer.
All right.
I think from this point for PEI, the goal becomes to protect the prime real estate.
Line's good. Where? Okay, line's pretty good.
Oh, it's Andrew's rough.
Whoa.
Andrew's rough.
It's got a long way to go.
Andrew.
Well. Okay, go Andrew. Go Andrew.
Andrew.
Yep. Miranda, whatever you got on the roll, whatever you got. Hard Miranda. Yep. Go.
Well, that's one way to get the job done.
Definitely a good plan B. Ended up in just the perfect spot, I think.
And a good sweep call there from Jamie Newsom.
Control.
There is a hole there, though. Marcy Brown.
Clean. Yep. Yes.
Trying to hold the line if they can get it through this hole.
Stay on it.
I don't think it will. It'll crash.
Another guard that's done its job.
Same thing. Yep.
Same. Just give me a hair less.
Yep.
It's interesting that pile of guards that's being created is actually serving to protect
Looks
our
hot.
second shot more so than I think anybody realized as well.
Exactly.
We're on the red.
Andrew.
Whoa.
Might get the same bounce off and
Okay, Andrew,
cover here.
Go Andrew. Miranda. On the roll, hard on the roll, Miranda, hard on the roll, hard.
Like that.
He's got a great eye for calling that sweep
Yep.
just on time.
Very nice job there by Jamie Newsom. Good weight and good sweeping. That was a well-executed team shot and a little bit of improvisation at the same time.
They're definitely communicating really well
Yep.
to be able to make use of those kind of opportunities.
So Marcy Brown will take on the run back now. Looking pretty good. Great shot, Marcy Brown.
Come around.
But it is still Prince Edward Island sitting shot and a chance to sit two here.
Speeda.
Yep.
Get our first look at Jamie Newsom in the hat.
Middle, so it should be good.
Ten, 15. Top 4.
And he's going to try and follow that same line they've been trying to toss a guard down, but taking off the guards will not work in his favor in this case, so he's got to be pretty precise with his ice.
Where?
Where?
Well then, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Trying to get it buried here. Oh, they left it just a little too long there. It wrecks on a guard, and it will just hang out the front of the rings. And tricky to navigate there, though.
Well, yeah, it's certainly, I mean, if you're not going to be taking quite the space you wanted in the rings, making it harder for everybody else to get there is not a terrible idea either.
Chance here for Newfoundland Labrador, though. Corner guards on both sides. Just a matter of which way he wants to go.
He's definitely going to rock, right?
Want to hit it on the nose or drop?
The nose is an interesting call because it doesn't get him shot rock. It does get rid of the blue, but the blue's not even touching the house, so I'm not really sure what purpose it serves for him if he were to take that.
Seemed like they were a little concerned, though, that if he buries behind the corner guard, that they figure that Prince Edward Island would just play the straight back raise on their stone, but still got to make it.
Still got to make it. It's really just curling in a nutshell.
Yeah. Breaking news, right? Ryan now. And for a busy few weeks, he'll be playing at the Everest Canadian Senior Championships. Looks like they are playing the draw here behind the corner. And I need a sweep here, but I think that's going to wreck on the guard.
Serves to narrow the hole just that much further.
Fairly tight to that red. So I was there.
A little light there, I think.
You were a bit there.
I think that's enough. The edge. You mean, no, I think a little
There's
less.
a definite opportunity here for PEI.
Split's not the end of the world, but
Nope, you got it, Jamie.
dead
Make
nose
things
is perfect.
very difficult for
You got it.
Newfoundland.
Play for the dead nose. Split's not the end of the world. Like we got a good four set up. Where was that last one? Top 8, top 4?
This same team,
I barely rubbed that, and I just didn't get
Jamie Newson and crew, played at the 2020 Canadian Mixed
give you the same.
in Quebec, Jonquière, Quebec. They posted a 2-4 record there and did not advance to the championship pool.
I know he said split's not bad here, but I almost like it better than dead on the nose. You've got 2 sets of corner guards to make use of, and then you've got hopefully a 3 to walk away with in the first end. But
Oh, it's got a curl.
I don't know that that's going to happen for him right now.
That's going to have to skate a long
Andrew's
ways.
coming now.
Yep.
Probably not enough.
It's got quite a bit of weight behind it for...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep.
All right, get it in.
Oh,
Just like he drew it up.
well, okay.
So that does make a difference, though. Mm-hmm. It's going to be tough to get in there, and it is suddenly now PEI sitting 2, and Newfoundland Labrador, Keith Ryan's got a tough shot to score on a new path.
You know what I mean? What's it look like out that way? Yeah. Yeah.
And they're feeling the pressure a little. I think it's become a team decision for this shot.
No, let's tap.
What's that? Let's tap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go near that blue. This doesn't make sense.
It's Keith Ryan, last shot, looking at 2. Not sure if they're coming through the port or if they're going to try and raise their stone.
I missed the last part of that conversation. He said he didn't want to go anywhere near that blue, so we'll see. It sounds more like the port than anything.
The number on the first one.
Or maybe the raise, sorry. I may have read that one wrong. is curling very dramatically across center.
Okay.
It's going to over curl, it looks like. And it will be a steal of 2 for Prince Edward Island in this first end.
That can do a lot for the momentum and the feeling the team takes walking through the rest of the game.
Yeah, and it hasn't been going real smooth for Prince Edward Island, so that's a great opportunity for them to build on this. In fact, that is the first lead that Prince Edward Island has had since the first game and the first end. They had a 1-0 lead on Saskatchewan, and since then they've trailed every game. Now they've got a 2-0 lead, so a great start for Prince Edward Island and Jamie Newsom.
Top 8, top 4.
You got it.
Line's pretty good. Line's nice, guys. Melissa's in. Tight's okay. You want to leave it tight?
And they're not
We already
wasting
in.
time with guards, at least not in the call. He wanted top 8,
leave it
top
for now.
4 for that one.
Okay, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Well, I just,
And they'll have a top 12 to start.
You know, we talked about that concept of confidence, and when a team has struggled like Prince Edward Island has in the early portion of this event, it's easy to get down on themselves, and generating a deuce like that can just do so much between the ears.
Absolutely, yeah. And when the team is communicating as well as they are and then has that little lead that they can take in stride, it can definitely do a lot for the kind of calls the skip is making and the kind of throws the rest of the team is giving him to work with.
Got to work to get this into a spot they can use. Good sweep there by Young and Brown.
Sorry.
mine's a bit tight.
Looks hot.
Right, where?
Tight. Halfway.
Yeah, go. Whoa. Just leave it. Just leave it. Oh, overcurl. What? That's fine.
You see that late finish. And the Prince Edward Island stone will be exposed. Second shot of this first end for Cheryl Morris.
And it looks like it'll be the same story as last end, where that guard might not be exactly where they wanted it to be, but it's still quite useful.
And it is the free guard zone rule in effect, so that will be replaced. So Prince Edward Island sitting 1 with a guard out, and Andrew McDougall will be asked to get another one in play.
Yeah.
You can see Prince Edward Island really wants to generate pressure early.
They are going for it, and I'm here for it.
Lots of line.
Back 8.
Way out.
Maybe even.
Yeah, it looks.
finished pretty nice. The only problem just behind the tee line, so there's an opportunity there for Newfoundland Labrador for the freeze.
Came down. I thought back 8.
Keith Ryan attempted to give Newfoundland Labrador its second Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. Last time this province won, 2005. And a couple players, certainly the skip of that team, has done a few things in curling, none other than Mark Nichols. And he's originally from Labrador City himself, where this team plays out of. So Mark Nichols, the only Newfoundland Labrador skip to win a Canadian Mixed Championship. PEI, meanwhile, has won this championship 3 times. 1987, Peter Gallant. Of course, Peter is the dad of Brett Gallant, Mark Nichols' current teammate. They won in 1987 on home ice in Prince Edward Island in Summerside, which, of course, is where Team Newsom plays out of.
All the way. Stay with it. Yep.
Google trying to play the open hit here.
Okay, good brush.
And it will job done. Doesn't hold the shooter, though. PEI also won in 1989. Robert Campbell skipping. And Robert Campbell did it again, skipping Prince Edward Island to the title in 2011. And that is the record in Canadian curling for the longest gap between championship victories. 22 years between championship wins for Robert Campbell.
Speaks to the longevity of a potential curling career as well.
Absolutely. And healthy living in Prince Edward Island.
Right?
Let's face that.
Yeah.
Trying to get this to the face of that PEI stone at the back button. May bury, though, or will it bounce into the open? It'll just go past.
Like coming here?
It's kind of been the story of every game we've seen on this sheet. We haven't obviously been seeing the other sheets, but I can only assume they're pretty similar in the sense that it's just a real feeling out process in the first couple ends to understand that it's going to curl more than you think.
Definitely. Even though, I mean, we're all in the same building with the same ice maker. The sheets have all had very similar treatment. It still seems like it's a bit of a shell shock when they arrive on this sheet and they need to figure it out.
Where?
It makes me wonder what's going on BNC.
On 4 foot.
Go!
Whoa, 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 then, whoa.
So the guard is the call here.
Just get it over and leave it. Yep, keep going a bit, Andrew. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
Keep going, keep going.
Good, good, good. That's fine. That's good, miss.
You summed up curling nicely there, too. It's a good miss.
Well, and there's a concept, too, that you hear people talk about, knowing which way to miss.
Leaving those up there, right? Okay, I'm fine with that.
There's always those teams that luck just seems to be with. Every miss is a good miss.
Quick for line!
Trying to get it by that guard.
Whoa!
Looking pretty good.
Hard! Go, 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 go! Hard, right to it! Go, 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 go!
And that's a really good shot. And they might get first and second. Did I speak too soon? Wow,
Touch too
Christina,
soon.
what do you think?
Touch too soon, I think.
Yeah.
I think PEI will keep their seconds down.
We're in.
Interesting, though, that
Right there and there.
Newfoundland Labrador
They're in the
chose the
ice, or-
counterclockwise rotation for their shot, and Prince Edward Island will go with clockwise rotation. Her intern.
Maybe he's liking it a bit better that he's seen a few guards come on that line, I think. His sweepers know what to do with when it starts to break.
Melissa Morrow.
WT. It's out wider though, so it might come down. Just watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, Andrew!
where? Andrew, if you're going. Yep, Andrew, go.
Hard, Andrew!
Well, where is it? Go, Andrew, go, go, go!
Hard!
Got a
Trying
good
to
one,
drag
come
this
on.
in. Allison
Got it,
McDougall.
move it in, go, 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 go.
This has the potential to be a terrific shot. Oh, well swept.
Great shot.
Ooh.
That rock is not going anywhere without some dynamite.
Nope. And I'm thinking it might need to for Newfoundland to be happy about anything right now.
Same.
No, I could be wrong.
Well, I don't know that they're going to remove it, but they sure need to release that back stone to give them a chance later in this end. I think that's going to be the key here. As Marcy Brown lines things up.
Line's good. He's good one. Little more, baby. Whoa. Not curling.
Whoa.
Not curling. Close sack. No. Can you finish it? Yep. Go. Finish.
I do like that they're both coming in from opposite sides, so we're watching the same shot, but we're not watching the same shot.
So that did create a little more separation, which could prove helpful.
Come right in or just
Jamie Newson will take a look at the situation.
great angle for us.
Which way is it?
I get this side. I haven't played that side yet.
Yeah.
We gotta go. I think all the way out here.
All right. You got it.
Well, it's not coming as far. I think you just.
Like here's not bad either.
Well,
right?
I'm thinking right here.
Yeah.
So you heard the
Like
thought
here?
process. They want to block that path that Newfoundland Labrador had been playing.
I want to force them to take the same path as them. Clever thinking in that there must be a reason he's playing the opposite turn.
Got 10, 15? Yeah. 20? Like, I don't mind it slipping in top 12 if the line's there. Play for tight.
Even just in the way that he talks to his team, you can tell he's always thinking of B, C,
Yep.
Plan Z.
We all there?
Where?
Andrew a bit.
What?
That's fine. Come right in.
This will finish.
Yep,
We
line
know
in.
that.
Hard!
Hard line.
Hard line!
Gotta go.
Really hard!
Hurry. Hard.
Keep it going.
Keep going.
Take it into the floor.
It's not going to fill that hole quite the way they wanted.
So they were certainly caught by surprise. I kind of thought, you might want to sleep now. You might want to sleep now. But it's hard to believe.
All I'm saying is the only risk is
He almost skated on a 45-degree angle at the end
roll
there.
over, and he's gonna have an overhit. Potentially see fall, right? That's all.
So Keith Ryan looking at the run back
Hit this up
now.
on this side too and hit it here. At least move that around, and that might spin over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Right
It is Prince Edward Island sitting shot. They stole two in the first end.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna try to do. Yeah, but if it under curls, at least we'll hit it on the outside.
These are some of my favorite shots to watch.
That's fine. You can hold back there if you like.
Okay.
I can kind of picture it, but I would love to really see it.
Yep. I think straight back gets a lot of good things done here, but even just on the high side.
Yeah.
And now's a good time for it. There's a bit of a pocket building back there that could be dangerous if you don't clear things out of it.
The problem, of course, is that he's running a Prince Edward Island stone into it. But this is all about giving himself something for his last shot at this stage. Keith Ryan.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes! Whoa.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yes! Whoa. Get out.
Will it listen? Not
Not
quite,
quite.
but certainly far enough back. So it is Prince Edward Island still sitting shot, but
What
the
you got of this?
freeze is no longer there.
This one.
I don't know that I love where his shooter ended up staying.
A quarter?
As much as he was trying to give himself something for his final shot, that kind of, yes, it cleared things up, but
Or
it
just
didn't
come right here.
really leave him the greatest
Yeah,
little port.
it's just not the easiest shot.
No, it is. Yeah,
I gotta
turn.
play the
Yeah.
intern, right?
Yeah.
That's about his only shot, as Jamie just pointed out. It would have to be
This way. Just can't be right in the hole, even the
on that clockwise rotation, his intern side. That'll be about the only thing. Of course, there is a port straight down the middle, but you'd have to really throw it hard
Yeah,
to keep
you
it
would.
straight.
Still has that. Which isn't great.
He can't block everything, though,
I
Jamie.
can see him. Yep.
Even if you're there,
Cannot be
he sees a
everywhere
bit,
all
the
at
double's
once.
going in there.
Yep.
We just can't overcurl it
No,
here.
we got to stay on this side.
Yeah. Okay. Even right there is pretty good.
Yep.
I think
It's all about line.
You gotta be up there.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll throw it better.
What?
I'll throw it better.
You got it.
Well, they've certainly thrown this side a number of times, so there'll be some comfort there for Prince Edward Island.
The guard's not an easy shot. Oh, I know it is. So I'm thinking get a second one in. You guys want a guard.
No, I'll do that.
But he still has the run back before the guard. I think the best guard here is another one in the house.
There's a concept. Sometimes your best guard is second shot rock.
They're a little more, I guess, this side. We can bury this top forward pretty good. Where?
Where?
Go then.
Where?
Go, we gotta be 4 foot. Gotta be
Line
4 foot.
three.
Go, guys!
Hard!
Hurry!
Really hard, Miranda. Hard! Hard, Miranda.
Hard!
It's definitely
Keep it
got less
going,
weight
keep
than
it
he
going.
needed.
Go, go!
Whoa! Go, go, go! Bounce it, bounce it! Whoa!
Got it. Still there.
Well, decision time now for Newfoundland Labrador. Did they come through the hole? Did they
What do you want to throw at?
raise their
What do you want to throw?
guard? Shot for 4 there and come through the port for 4.
Yeah.
So they're going to come
Maybe
through
if
the
it-
port.
Hey,
That little rub did
You said
narrow the
there?
port a touch, but
Do you want to touch more?
it looks like they
Okay.
still believe it's there. So
Control. Give you guys a chance. You like that ice? You need more or you like that?
I find it interesting that he's asking his sweepers if they need more.
They apparently said yes, and he asks
Don't jump it. All right, let's
Marcy to just give him a little inch or 2 more ice. There you see. So Keith Ryan, last shot in the second end, a shot at 4.
yep.
See? See? See?
Yes.
Hard see!
Trying to get it to curl. Will it get by that red
Whoa.
guard? It will.
Nice one.
And there it is. What a shot. Keith Ryan. The open hit, well, not quite open, the hit for 4, and that gets Newfoundland Labrador back on track after giving up that first end steal.
Speaking of ends that can change the momentum, I think this might be a game of them. Sometimes I just want to go down there and tell them, you can't celebrate.
Yeah, a little fist bump wouldn't be bad.
You're allowed to be excited. That was a good end.
So we'll go into this third end. We'll give you a quick look at the other 2 games on the ice on this Tuesday afternoon in Canmore. It is Saskatchewan. Dean Grindheim from North Battleford up 3-0 now on unbeaten British Columbia, skipped by Sebastian Robillard from Kamloops. Saskatchewan with 1 on the first and a stolen deuce in the second end. And the other game, it is New Brunswick, James Grattan from Fredericton. 4 in the first end, a steal of 1 in the second, and they are up 5-0 on the Yukon. Terry Miller from Whitehorse. You can get all the scores all the time on curling.ca/scoreboard.
All the
That's
way hard.
curling.ca/scoreboard.
Quick, 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 quick.
Halfway.
All right, let's get our 2 back.
Well, we've reverted to using guards intentionally now, so changing the strategy from PEI.
Halfway. Tight.
It's gone over, Curl. Oh, it's curling pretty hard.
This is, as we talked about before, definitely an end where they're going to need to have something set up to be able to.
Get two back.
Get our two back.
And I think it just, you heard them saying they want to get their two back right away after a tough end. They had that beautiful freeze. And again, a couple great shots from Keith Ryan to pull the 4. And that, any positive momentum that may have been generated by PEI in the first end kind of went away in that second. So let's see how they bounce back.
4-10.
I think we'll see them play a little less aggressive a strategy, maybe thinking more about setup and guards. As long as they keep communicating well, though, they should be able to keep making it happen. It's when everybody goes silent and sits in their frustration that there's a real problem.
Exactly.
Switch. Hard, Z. Hard. Whoa. Shooter, Marsh. Shooter.
Just tick on the guard, but still 2 usable stones for Newfoundland Labrador.
Top 8. A hair, yeah.
All right, you got it.
Top 8.
T.
Line's pretty good.
This side's a touch heavier, though.
Where is it?
Top 8.
Top 8. Melissa's in all the way. Yep, line, yep. Hard for line.
It's funny that they're saying hard for line. It's still 5 feet away from their desired outcome in terms of sideways momentum, but they still might poke out the other side.
Great
Oh,
throw.
that's really well placed. Very nice shot from Miranda Ellis.
And again, demonstrating an excellent eye for when the sweep is needed. That's definitely a strength of theirs. They're not going to let that curl catch them unaware as many times as they can possibly avoid it.
In terms of championship experience, this man probably has the most on the ice. Zach Young played in the 2018 and 2017 Canadian Mixed Championships. Won a bronze medal, actually, for Newfoundland Labrador. Or, yes, pardon me. Yes, they did win the bronze medal in 2018.
Okay, shooter.
And Zach also has won the Canadian Men's University Championship, played for Memorial
All right, Andrew.
in 2017. That team skipped by Adam Boland. And they beat a very good Thomas Scoffin team from the University of Alberta in that gold medal game in 2017. So no shortage of championship experience for Zach Young.
Whoa. Never. Miranda.
It looks like there was a little conference down there with the front end.
Hard, Miranda.
Skip for
You got it.
Newfoundland.
Hard, Miranda.
You got it.
All the way. Hard.
Keep going.
No roll.
Just having a chat about who knows what, but I'm sure we'll see the results of it coming up.
Get a little roll here. Nice, yep. Control. Like that? Yeah, I do. Ice.
Yep. Cheryl.
Roll up.
Sweep, Cheryl.
Mars. Gotta go, Mars. Gotta go for P.
Oh, no. Oh, good. She got it.
Wow. Good save there.
Ben?
Up there.
Fast-moving rocks and fast-moving feet can occasionally be a little bit.
Oof. But it is a flash, and it still is. Prince Edward Island sitting a couple with hammer in this third end.
Line's good. Where?
Tight.
Miranda in. We got a lot of line. Lots of line. Getting better now. Yep, line's good now.
Make a straight line. Come on.
Fight the 8. Line's real good now.
Hey, come on.
Line may be nice, but I don't know that their weight's quite there.
Come on, girls. Come on.
Oh, prove me wrong, why don't you?
Great shot.
Good scrub
There's
there.
like something there.
Melissa Morrow and Miranda Ellis get the job done, and it is Prince Edward Island sitting 3. And no easy access to any of them.
Control.
There you see these two working hard to get that stone in the rings and buried. Thirds rocks now. This is Marcy Brown. Are they going to get by that guard? I don't think so.
I think we were looking for a bit of an in-off situation on that blue that's in the house, but I don't know that it's quite how they had wanted to make that happen.
Well, that got queued up pretty nice for Newfoundland Labrador. That's a danger rock all of a sudden now. That red that they just threw.
The same thing, and tap a couple inches.
Doesn't seem concerned.
You like that? That gives them that, though.
That's the.
There we are.
That's what I.
This? Top 4? Probably the play anyway. Like to bump a couple inches.
So a chance to get another stone in there to sit 4. Melissa Morrow, competitive soccer player. She's been to 6 Canadian championships, one representing Newfoundland, New Brunswick, the other 5 for Prince Edward Island.
No, it's not around. It's not around.
She's also played at a couple of Canadian Curling Club championships for PEI.
No, I don't want anything. I don't want to touch it. Good.
Well, it definitely serves to mess up that in-off angle they were trying before, so.
Normal.
That's out, but there's some very open real estate available right now for Newfoundland to take advantage of.
Yep. Gotta go, Cyril. Hard. Quick. Hard.
It's going to get by the guard. It does.
Shot.
Very nice sweep.
No. It's a dead jam all day, though.
For 2. Play it tight, I don't know.
Then they can double here, right?
Yeah, you can come here.
I like there.
Good.
He seems to be sticking with his best guard as a rock in the house.
So the same thing over
We saw
here?
last end.
Mentioned Melissa Morrow playing at the 2015 Canadian Club Championships. They, in fact, won that event in 2015. Melissa playing with a team skipped by Lisa Jackson.
Where?
Canadian Curling Club champions in 2015, but what's also notable about that is they scored an 8-ender in that championship. Newfoundland.
Andrew.
An 8-ender against Nunavut
All right, guys, yep.
in the first
Got
end.
the 8-foot, guys.
So
Come on.
that was only the second 8-ender ever scored at a Canadian Curling Championship.
Come on.
There's a bold
We were
way to
talking
start
about
a
that.
game.
We were talking about 8-enders yesterday. Well, one of the players on the ice here today had a direct involvement in it.
She knows how it's done.
Normal. You don't want to raise that back, no?
Leave that for next one if you need to, right? You never miss it.
So you're going to hit
That's for the third.
So it looks like he's trying for the double.
here.
And when asked if he wanted to raise it back, he said, let's save that for the next one. So we'll see what PEI does with the result of this and if they leave that as an option for him.
Normal.
He's always going to have that red on blue angle that is still queued up over on the right side of the sheet as you look at it. But this is an opportunity, potential for a double there. I'm not sure. You'd have to throw it awfully hard. I don't think that's going to be the call.
I don't love the angle.
Yeah.
Wayne. Wayne.
Cheryl.
Close that. Close, Cyril. Hard, Cyril. Hard.
Trying to see if they can get a roll here. Not quite.
I was worried about that. That second rock being a little further forward, and the offset in that angle was
right here. We can
not
probably
great
get
for
that
the
right here.
roll.
Yeah.
Let him chase us if he wants.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, they needed that to
get by
curl probably half a
12
rock
foot
more to
18
really
and still
This one
be
here?
effective.
The one there.
Oh, yeah.
But I
is still
definitely
very
think he
completely there.
probably saw that potential coming, which is why he's
Too bad.
saving that other shot for
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So Jamie Newson will get a chance to tuck another one in. They sit shot right now.
It's top four.
You heard the
We
call.
can get by that one in a 12 foot by a foot and still be buried. Wait, finishes there.
And yes, if you are curious about the other 8-ender, it took place at the 1952 Canadian Junior
Gotta be at least full
Championships.
HP too. So. Yeah. I like to be like top button to be buried.
I don't know that buried has you safe in this scenario.
No, I don't disagree.
Where?
Not
Where?
buried the way that he's
Where?
coming in, anyways.
Miranda's in.
Miranda's in.
Miranda's in.
That's going to have to curl an awful long way, but we certainly know it's capable. There it
Hey,
goes.
Miranda's coming.
Yeah, Miranda now.
Hard.
Hard.
It's going hard. Go.
Really hard.
Go,
Finish
go,
it.
go.
Hard.
My goodness.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Great throw. Great catch.
I don't think anybody believed it was going to go like that. That was hold your breath, but what a shot by
Maybe
Jamie
I wasn't
Newson.
picturing it right, but it feels like buried is kind of safe right now.
And here we go. This is the shot we've been eyeing up.
That's going there, right?
We talked about championship experience. Keith Ryan also has plenty of it. As we mentioned, he's going to be skipping for Newfoundland Labrador at the Everest Canadian Seniors in the Sioux next month. He's also played in a couple Briars. He skipped Newfoundland Labrador in 2001, and he was the second for Team Gushu in 2005. So a couple of trips to the Briar. Also played in the Canada Cup, so he has that championship experience going for him as well.
I missed it. And that red one's exposed. They're doing their count the other one. Right?
He keeps queuing up these shots I love to see. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, they're always fun,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Draw us to the button. I mean, come on, routine,
Yeah.
but
I like that he's saved this for when there's two
Right.
potential rocks
Yeah.
for him to hit now. It's a spectator sport, curling is.
Yep.
Hard throw. Hard.
I don't think he's actually playing it. He's actually playing the red raise. And is it going to wreck? No, it won't. Well, he does manage to get one of the blue shot stones out of the way.
Draw.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. I'd say so.
So it is Prince Edward Island now with a shot for two potentially. Not
Just
going
off
to be easy.
12.
Yeah, well, you were here.
Yeah, I need less though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
We
so
definitely need
mid-12.
less.
Yep.
Things have gotten much narrower up there.
You got it, Jamie.
Which is very encouraging. I appreciate that. I wish someone would tell me I've got it every time I jump rock.
We'll split him out.
Kind of rounding out that discussion of championship experience in the past.
Sounds good.
We talked about he's played in a mixed in the past, Jamie Newson, but he also played in the 2000 Canadian Juniors, representing New Brunswick. And one of his teammates was Ontario's second, Kevin Tippett, at this event.
Airmore.
Where? T-line.
Sounds like you see a little more movement between the provinces you
Well,
represent
good.
the further east you get.
Well, if you can. Miranda in.
So we know he's got the draw
line's
weight
great.
from his
Go.
first
Full
one.
eight. Fight the four. Fight the
Line's
four.
good, line's
Let's go.
Hear what they
Full
need.
eight. Hard, hard, hard. You're losing line. Hard, 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 hard. Great.
Very, very nice. A well-manufactured deuce for Team Prince Edward Island, and it will be a 4-4 tie as we head to this fourth end.
So they've done what they set out to do. They got their two back very quickly.
That was an entertaining end, too.
It
Lots of fun.
was, yeah. They're setting up some good ones.
There you see McDougall and Ellis dragging that in for second shot rock. Nice sweep, nice team shot there.
I love that they didn't let that big end get to them. They just kept doing what they do well. Set some good options up and executed.
Well, and you look back at big shots. Jamie's first draw that took forever to carve over there, but when it went, it went.
Yeah.
That was a great shot.
I'm high side, and then
I mean, I love Keith's big, exciting hits,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
those draws that you're like, oh, is it going to make it? Those are satisfying too, for sure.
All three sheets in
Halfway
action here at the 2021 Canadian Mixed. And a reminder, we will be back on the air. 2 more draws of coverage on Curling Canada's YouTube channel with IKS Live, doing a great job producing these broadcasts. At 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we'll have Manitoba taking on the Northwest Territories. That's a big game in Pool A. The Territories still unbeaten, the only unbeaten team in Pool A. Manitoba at 2-1.
stand center.
And then tonight at 7:30 Mountain Time, it will be the Yukon, Terry Miller, taking on Saskatchewan's Dean Grindheim. And both those teams are in action this afternoon. Saskatchewan in a 4-0 lead over BC. The Yukon trailing New Brunswick 6-0.
Top 4.
And in our game, it is 4-4. A great deuce manufactured by Team Prince Edward Island to counter the 4 that was put up on the board in the second by Newfoundland Labrador.
Line's good. Room.
It's there.
Ton of room.
It's there.
Ton of room. We're there. Probably back 4, back 8. It's fine. Finish it, yeah. Finish it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right.
Just a little heavy with that.
Seeing a bit of a disconnect with the sweepers communicating there. When you know you need it, you get a little bit uncomfortable with, is it there? Is it not there?
Yeah.
Andrew told me I had to go. That's okay.
Miranda Ellis has to draw behind that center guard.
Top 8.
Hey, line's pretty good.
No, T.
It looks more than that. Freeze it.
She and Jamie, by the way, are partners back in Prince Edward Island. They have 5
Might have to go a
kids
bit, Andrew.
and a fur baby, as they say it, named Tulo. But their kids, Kaylee, Kennedy, Ethan, Kieran, and Ruby.
That's fine.
And they're the owner-operators of the Ships Company Pub and Galley in Cavendish, PEI. And memo to self, next time I'm in Cavendish, you know I'm going to the Ships Company Pub and Galley.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good. Yep. Gonna go. We're a little down. We're down. Hard line. Hard line, Zach. Gotta go.
It's going to take some work to get it by that guard.
Bounce it off. Go. Hard. Hard. Don't shoot it. Okay, just leave. Okay.
So Jamie Newsom will try to bring another one in. They got shot rock right now.
Until last night. Yeah. All right. Where do you want it?
Top 4.
You got it. Back 8. Back line. Back line.
Coming in with a bit more heat than I think they wanted.
Okay.
It does. And now PEI sitting a couple, but both behind the tee line, which is certainly advantage Newfoundland Labrador with hammer.
And if the roll from this hit could freeze them up really nicely, that would be still behind the line, but pretty prime.
Clean.
Trying to get a little swing out of this. See if they can get a roll. It should be on the nose. It will be. So now
All right.
it's going to be a battle of who can get that roll.
Who can get the roll?
Draw.
Yep, you got it.
And the flatter the roll, the better. Just keeping ahead of that line there.
Andrew McDougall now.
Yep, yep.
It's up, it's up.
Yes.
Hard.
Hard, Miranda.
Hard for a piece.
Gotta go.
Hard for a piece.
Hard.
Hard for a piece.
Hurry.
Really hard.
All the way, right to the end, right to the end. Don't stop, don't stop. No roll, no roll. Ah, okay. Just didn't get out to it.
No.
Just a little shy of the broom. And it will remove shot stone, but roll out of the rings. So Newfoundland Labrador a chance to get in behind those center guards.
We saw this path played a lot in the second end, so it should be pretty well warmed up by now.
Lots of room.
Right back to it.
No room. Way out there.
That
Drills in.
is way out there, to be sure.
T-line.
And here it comes. As is the danger with playing that far out. Your weight has to be perfect if there's any kind of frost.
Pretty good weight, just the line does give Prince Edward Island a shot at that hit and roll that we've been talking about. That'll be Melissa Morrow's turn to take her shot at it.
Wait. Yep, Miranda. Yes. Hurry. Hurry.
McDougall and Ellis working hard.
Andrew, go,
See if they can get this to swing.
Roll it.
There it is.
That girl.
There it is.
Perfect.
Just the perfect amount of roll.
PEI now sitting two, and really the only option looks like the run back. Job number one is to remove that guard, but the run double is there for Marcy Brown. Saw her make a great run back earlier in this game. See if she's got another one in her. But double peel looks like an option here.
Yep. Whoa. Okay.
Just jam and leave that shot rock certainly protected.
And like we saw yesterday, when you start to get up there with your hit weight, the rocks do not respond as much to that dramatic curl. So that was definitely ran pretty straight on that one.
Where?
Well, it looks
I don't mind
heavy.
right in.
It looks heavy.
That's fine. Right on top, great.
Yeah, for long.
Yep.
Hard for long. Hard for long.
They're going to try and bring it in now.
Come on, guys. Come on, bump it a bit if you can.
Should be
Come on.
by that guard.
Come on. Yep. Okay, whoa. That's fine. Good shot. Sweet.
Throwing a wrench into the run back plan a bit.
I think they still got to take it on, though. PEI sitting first and second shot. It is Newfoundland Labrador with last rock in this fourth end. Might have got that one out a little bit. It's going to make contact. It will remove the guard.
Yep. Where do you want
Jamie
it to
Newson.
Split center or,
A little.
or on that side?
A little bit on that side.
Okay.
Right in the penny here.
Good.
Right there.
Here.
Inch more. Yeah.
You got it.
Mentioned that 2000 juniors that Jamie played in, representing New Brunswick. He did play at a couple other provincial juniors, or Canadian juniors, representing Prince Edward Island. Also, this is his fourth provincial mixed championship, therefore trip to the Nationals. He's also played at the Canadian Curling Club Championships. three-time runner-up at the Prince Edward Island Men's Tankard. Just one game short of that Purple Heart. So I'm sure he'll be in there trying again this year to get to the Tim Hortons Briar in March in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Tight.
Where? Okay, we got to get to here.
Andrew's in. Andrew's close. We're losing line already.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just let it
Over and drop it.
Over
Drop
and
it.
drop, over and drop.
Well,
I can't say I've ever quite heard that phrasing before.
Over and off, I hear, but
Over and drop is okay too.
I'm down with that.
Dropping a rock.
Made the guard, so. And unlike before, they would have to run a blue rock in, so I think that dictates Keith Ryan
Are we going here or going?
deciding to draw into the 4-foot.
A little bit heavy. Keep it for the back one. No button. We can drag around. Okay. Just 10 too much. So 4, 5, 4, 10.
He's been throwing primarily hits, so it'll be a nice challenge to rein it in for whatever draw weight is.
Oh, good. Line's good.
Lots of room, lots of room.
Line's good. Line's good.
Zach.
Yep, there it goes.
Switch, switch.
No, Cheryl's in. It's curling hard.
Yes.
Hard, Cheryl.
Quick,
Gotta go.
So has the looks of a dandy here.
Go.
quick.
Hard. Okay.
rip it through the hole.
Looks. Wow, I think Newfoundland Labrador is shot.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mind trying to get the nose.
without a
Yeah, I guess it makes things tough
measuring
on him.
tape.
Because if you hit nose,
I guess whatever Jamie calls will kind of
Yeah,
define what everybody on the sheet is thinking right now.
I don't mind those. Or like you got to cross in a shade.
yeah. No, I'll just peel it through the hole.
I think so.
Yep. You
So
got
they
it.
had an option here to really make it tough, but the
Normal?
danger if you're trying to go for nose is if you don't get to nose or just across it, it's going to jam on the stone at the
Yeah,
back
just
of the
rip it through the
4-foot.
hole. We can get cute and try to get up to the cross nose, but I think that more likely brings the two
He
into
thinks
play.
your call is cute.
Yep.
Yeah, half a rock, normal. Solid normal.
So they'll just peel it out, lose the shooter, and
Just shade more.
force Newfoundland Labrador to take their single.
Yep, yep.
Andrew!
Yep, hard.
Hard!
You're going to have to keep this out.
Really hard!
Hard.
Hard! Really
Clean,
hard.
clean, clean.
Very nice.
Fine.
The job is done, so it will be a draw for a single for Keith Ryan. So that's a good end from Prince Edward Island to get the force. And as you said, Christina, we talked about how they bounced back from that 4. I think you couldn't ask for a better bounce back. Get the deuce in 3 and get the force in the 4th.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely maintaining that momentum really well that they started out with. They did not let that second end get to them. And they're forcing Keith to draw, and I'm sure he, if his calls previously are any indication, is quite comfortable hitting. So
Yep.
Made the shot on his first one, though.
It's curling early.
Take a look. Take a look.
Gotta go hard. Push. Pass the line. Whoa.
Yeah.
Easy.
Take a look.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Now, yeah.
Should be okay.
Whoa.
Very
Sweet,
nice.
guys.
yeah, there's their one.
Good judgment, good sweep, good line call, and that is a single point for Newfoundland Labrador. So they will take a 5-4 lead into the 4th end break. They'll take a break. We will too. We'll be right back to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club after this.
One might say I was born to overcome challenges. Two months premature, in and out of the hospital, and a heart condition. My parents call me their miracle baby. As with all survivors, I searched for my place in this world, and I found it here. This pebbled ice is where I battle now, and at only 12, I am already a 5-year veteran of this sport. I have my sights set on the Olympics. I will push hard to get there. The only size that matters in this sport is the size of your dreams.
Sweep! Sweep! Hurry! Hurry! Hard! Hurry hard! Hard! Hurry hard! 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 Yeah! We should really be curling.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the four of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.
The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. It is Tuesday afternoon action at the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. My name is Al Cameron from Curling Canada, joined once again by Christina Lang. Let's try that again.
Nope,
Langs. Yeah, holy smokes. It's been a long day. On color commentary, and we're enjoying this great game between Newfoundland Labrador and Prince Edward Island. It will be Newfoundland Labrador with a 5-4 lead. And kind of a roller coaster ride through those first four ends, Christina. And as we like to do, let's put you in the position of coach. What might you have said to these teams during that fourth end break? Because I imagine it's a different message to both teams.
It definitely is. You're right. It has been a great game. And I know I've been quite complimentary of PEI, but really that would be my coaching message to them. They showed excellent teamwork coming back from that second end, and they've done a really great job to maintain that momentum throughout. So I would say keep doing what you're doing to PEI, because you're giving us a great show. And Newfoundland, I would say, almost you gotta follow through a little more. It feels like there's some thought into the setup, but then it doesn't feel like they're executing the plan the full way through, and they're letting Jamie control the flow of the game a bit. And I think that needs to be kind of the theme throughout the second half of the game, is feeling a little more intentional and purposeful with their plans.
Both these teams in search of their first wins at this 2021 Canadian Mixed. Newfoundland Labrador with a 0-2 record. Prince Edward Island 0-3. And you got to think this is must-win territory for both these teams if they want to get into that championship pool that begins on Thursday here in Canmore.
Easy. Andrew a bit, yeah. Andrew
It really is, and you're seeing that must-win hustle from PEI. So I think that's part of what's making it good. Is Newfoundland is they're seeing that hustle and they're trying to emulate it too, but they haven't quite got there yet.
Sweeping whenever they are guard to get it back in the free guard zone.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I made the difference.
Newfoundland Labrador lead, Cheryl Morris.
Line's good. Line's good. Okay. Clean. Marcy's in. Clean.
It's in.
Okay, whoa. Line's good. Roll forward. Clean, Mark.
No, it's back. It's back
Okay,
8.
well then.
It's back 8.
I want to be back, no. Right off then. It's like line is perfect.
It's coming down.
Line is perfect. Roll if you can. Sit down. Sit. Shot, Cheryl.
So Newfoundland Labrador sitting a couple. It is Prince Edward Island with hammer in this fifth end. The other two games here in action on Tuesday afternoon, also in the fifth end. It is Saskatchewan's Dean Grindheim from North Battleford up 4-1 with hammer, playing the fifth end. And in the other game, New Brunswick's James Grattan. Jamie Brandon is playing second for him. James Grattan in a 6-1 lead over the Yukon, and it is New Brunswick with hammer in the fifth.
Line's good now. Yeah, line's actually really good. Top four. Yep. Line's great. Come on. Oh my God, that came over long.
Wow.
Shot. That's insane.
That's very nice weight, very nice line, and it really doesn't give Newfoundland and Labrador too many other options other than the corner
You want
freeze.
to try back line or just freeze? Back line. I think I can make it.
Which I think is probably a great strategy just in itself. Don't give them a lot of options. The more angles he's got to play with, the more ways he can surprise you.
Pretty tight though, hey?
I think it's tight.
Freeze is the call for Zach Young.
Room.
It's back 8. Back 12. It's going through.
Closer. Yep.
There it goes.
Shoot her, Merce. Shoot her. Okay, Z.
Yeah, I picked yours. All right, Andrew.
So Prince Edward Island has something cooking here in this fifth end. And even in that fourth end, that four didn't really come to fruition until the very end of the end. It was Prince Edward Island's end thanks to a wonderful freeze early in that end.
And
in the second end, yeah. The four that came in the second end.
The four that came in the second, yeah. They didn't feel like they were planned for. It felt like it kind of just materialized almost.
Yep.
Andrew McDougall trying to remove that shot stone.
Miranda.
See if they can sit a couple.
Hard.
Melissa.
You know it's close when both sweepers are getting involved.
And then it hits nose.
That's pretty good.
You can see in his planning with the rolls that he's definitely trying to limit the double options because he knows that Keith will call for them if they're there.
Zach Young, he can hum them if he needs to, and this is an opportunity. It's a flat double, but it's there.
He can hum them, he's right. That is
Okay, well, it's fine.
Nice shot.
There it is. Beautiful shot by Zach Young. And Newfoundland Labrador will sit 3. Great shot. Here's another look at it.
All right, marker on.
Great angle call there, too, by Keith Ryan
Yep.
to make sure that was right on target. So Andrew McDougall now will try and freeze into that pocket of the 2 red stones.
Line's pretty good.
T.
Yeah, we want T-line. Line's good. Melissa's in all the way. Melissa's all the way. T-line's perfect, girls. No bump. Right on the T. Oh, looks heavy.
It's another case where you really wish the rocks would respond to commands.
Yep. Learn the hard way, they don't. And that one is, as they said, a little heavy, and it will be open and removable and a chance to sit 4 for Newfoundland Labrador.
That jams. I don't mind a roll, yeah. Nose is not bad. Control.
Control.
You like control? Clean. Yep. Hard. Cheryl. Hard. Quick. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Okay, good. That's fine.
Just nice. Perfect shot there, and it is sitting 4, and they avoid the jam. That was the key there.
Board.
And it appears that fourth end break talk has had an effect, because now it is Newfoundland Labrador that is dictating things, and helped along by that lovely double from Zach Young.
Definitely, they have taken control of this end, and you're almost seeing kind of an interesting effect on PEI. They started the end with lots of smiles and jokes between, but they seem to be kind of buckling down as well. There's a very serious vibe coming off the team now.
That was firm.
Like normal or control?
Normal.
I'm also seeing a bit more communication between Newfoundland. That may have been a conversation they had on their break, was we need a bit more input from everybody on weight.
Chance now to sit 5.
Gotta go hard! Right up! Every inch, go! Okay.
Well, they hold the shooter. It should find a catcher over there, I think. It will, but it still does bump one of them out. So sitting 4, but the key element there is behind there.
Are they? I think they're
sitting 3. Pardon me. Yeah, that blue stone over there. But the key element is they're behind the T line too. So a chance if PEI can ever get one frozen or behind that guard, it's going to be tough to remove because there are catchers.
I wonder what my handle was like.
I wasn't watching it. You can ask them though.
Melissa Morrow and these sweepers are not paying attention. They're not paying attention, but they're not touching it. And you can think that that's an indication that it is heavy. So that's an opportunity lost for Prince Edward Island.
Even. I like right here.
What's that?
I like right here.
Okay.
So first skipped rock of this fifth end, Keith Ryan. As you've mentioned, he's had good success with the hits, but boy, he's made his last few draws in clutch situations.
He definitely has, and this feels a little less, it's definitely not a high pressure draw, but
definitely has the potential to wrap up the pressure for Jamie Newson's shots, and that's the key here.
Yeah.
Both these teams, as we've mentioned, in search of their first win to try and get into that top 4 in Pool B and have a shot at the championship pool that begins on Thursday here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. And of course, we all know what's at stake, a chance to get into those playoffs leading up to Sunday's gold medal game.
Little tight.
You can see all those playoff games
Little tight.
leading up to that gold medal game right here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel. That gold medal game will be Sunday,
Right
2
here.
p.m. Mountain Time.
Take a look.
And the winner of that game will represent Canada at the 2022 World Mixed Championship in Aberdeen, Scotland, where Team Canada will look for its 3rd straight gold medal.
He was looking for top 8 here, and he's pretty close with the weight. We're starting to see things come into the house a bit quicker. I'm wondering if maybe everybody's having difficulty adjusting to the ice after their break.
Right there, forward should be good.
Yep, you got it.
3/4 cross face.
Yep. The roll's the most important.
Yeah. Looks like a solid hack. We get 3/4 cross nose. Your way, Duke.
So the roll is the call.
Solid hack.
A lot of good things can happen if they get this across the face roll. It'll be buried and almost impossible to remove based on the 2 red stones that are sitting to the right of the shot stone.
Andrew! Andrew.
Tight out of his hand, Andrew McDougall trying to keep this online.
Really hard. Stick with it. Stick with it. Really hard. Hard.
Gets by the guard.
Jesus Christ.
And it will roll out. And he heard Jamie say maybe just a little bit down on the weight.
He knew right out of his hand, which is the worst feeling.
Just rolls over top of those catchers.
Just right here, Keith. Keith.
Lee's Newfoundland Labrador sitting 3.
Yep, same spot.
I like there, right?
Just full 8.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Yeah, they certainly had a chat on their break because Newfoundland is pushing for some points this end. They want another big one.
Okay. You guys sweat that a bit.
Full 8 was the call. Chance to sit 4, but more importantly, make Jamie Newson's last shot more challenging.
Yep, gotta go.
Yep, for line.
Gotta go.
Yes, for line.
Gotta go. You're fine. Wait, I think. Go, go, go.
Quick.
You sure? Hard then.
Right here. Take a look.
Hard, easy. Easy.
Take a look.
Easy. Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sit. Guys.
Yep, just nose.
Okay, and that makes it pretty cut and dry what
I'll give
Jamie
you a hair
needs to
more.
accomplish now.
No, I'm just going to throw it better.
Yep, you got it.
So it is just a nose hit to get a single for Prince Edward Island. And chance to tie this game.
Just through the house, eh? Okay. Maybe a hair more here, like board.
I know.
What? Nose.
I know he had made a comment with cute line before, but I almost feel he's maybe getting a bit cute with his weight here if he's calling for board.
Something under that.
Uh-oh. Jamie suggests he was feeling something grabbing under the rock.
Really hard.
Trying to get it to curl.
Really hard. Really hard.
I think
Really
you're all
hard.
right.
Really hard.
Go.
Really hard. Really hard.
Very nice sweep, and it is a single point.
Nice. I don't think they wanted to see what it felt like to come back from
Nope,
for a
I don't
second
disagree.
time.
So it will be a single point and a tie game, 5-5. Very entertaining afternoon of curling being provided by Newfoundland Labrador and Prince Edward Island. It will be Newfoundland Labrador with hammer in the 6th end. While we have a minute as we wait for the 6th end to get underway, just a big shout out to the Canmore Golf and Curling Club and Dennis Graham and a great group of volunteers who've made this Canadian Mixed Curling Championship a great success already, and we're only 3 days into it. It's been a great time here in Canmore, and really glad that they did get this opportunity to host after obviously last year they were hoping to host, and we all know what happened in the world, but great to be here in Canmore this week with a friendly group of volunteers and a great group of people here at the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. We'll give a shout out to all the local sponsors who've done a wonderful job supporting this event. Tourism Canmore Kananaskis, Visions Electronics, Canmore Golf and Curling Club, Canmore Brewery Distillery Tours, Canmore Raft Tours, Mary's Popcorn Shop, Black Stallion Spirits, Rome Transit, El Chiquilino Tequila, GDS Golf Design Services Limited, and Moosehead Breweries. Our big thanks to all of those local sponsors for their support of the 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Just make sure it's all the way in. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So underway in this 6th end, and I think, we talked about teams' approaches into that 5th end. I think Newfoundland Labrador really did take it to heart, and they really pushed that Prince Edward Island team hard in the 5th end.
They did, and so the challenge now will be to maintain that. They need to keep pushing. Don't let PEI gain too much momentum. We've seen what they do when they feel like they're on a roll.
Clean,
and
he
it's
said.
Dangerous.
Nurse! Don't jump it, guys. Wait for me to... No.
Well, let's stay on the rings. It looks like it will. And
Bugger.
Yeah.
Jamie's trying to get that out, but he'll ignore it. And we'll see if that rock comes into play later in the end. You never know.
You really have no idea with the way these guys are playing.
Yeah.
That could be
That
extremely
could be,
valuable.
Yeah, exactly. But the center guard is the call for Prince Edward Island. Miranda Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
Line's a bit tight. Halfway, guys.
Good.
This team playing out of the Silver Fox Curling Club in Summerside.
Yep. She wasn't throwing that one in the house, was she?
No.
Good, sweet.
I'm eating my hair.
She made sure that was not going to touch paint. The guard was the call, and it is made.
Well, maybe she thought her sweepers looked cold.
Cheryl Morris now will try and get one in behind that Prince Edward Island guard.
10.
Team Newfoundland playing out of the Team Newfoundland and Labrador playing out of the Carroll Curling Club in Labrador City. That's going to come up just a little bit deep.
You guys like that or?
I like that.
So it is Newfoundland Labrador sitting a couple, but
Normal.
Prince Edward Island
Hit a thin doubles there too.
will take a
Play the
pass at
roll.
those
Here a few ends ago.
counting stones
Exact
and
same spot.
see if they can get the hit and roll, and the double would be a nice bonus.
We thought maybe that red lying on the outside might come back into play, and it's happened sooner than expected.
Andrew McDougall will take a pass at it.
Yep. Hurry! Hurry, Melissa. Yes!
they get the roll.
Yep, right over. Nice shot.
Great shot.
Very nice.
Are we going to rip that and play for a blank?
If we need to find a theme between the ends, there seems to be a lot of pocket building in the back of the house. Pretty well every end, there's a bit of a net behind the tee line.
There was a conversation about maybe going for the blank, but I think Newfoundland in a tie game will want to score. Even one in the sixth end would be huge to take a lead in the sixth with only 2 ends to play.
It's definitely feeling like it's a game of momentum, and I think Newfoundland and Labrador really wants to maintain that forward push.
It's there.
And I think they're hesitant to.
It's all there. It's all
try
there.
and hold Jamie to no rocks on the sheet.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and even the analytics will tell you taking a 1-point lead with only 2 ends to play and the chance to swap hammers over those last 2 ends, that's a pretty good scenario to be in.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty close.
Nice weight there from Zach Young. A little bit open, but the call will be for Andrew McDougall to try and follow it in and see if he can get a freeze onto that shot stone that's biting the button.
What do you think?
No, Melissa's in. Melissa's in. Top button. Miranda's in. Top button. Just top button.
Really good conversation from the sweepers there.
Pretty good, just about a foot heavy, but I'm really being picky here, honestly. I'd be thrilled with that shot if I threw it, but
Top button.
these teams do have different standards, and now there is a definite pocket available for Zach Young.
A pocket and a backup pocket.
Room.
Less and less.
Room.
4 or 5.
Looks heavy.
It's not heavy.
Okay, still got a ton of room right here. Still got a ton of room. Here it goes. Make sure you're here. Be here. Mars is in.
I'll get it.
in. Just top button. Top button. Good judge, guys. Nice shot, Z.
Just exactly top button.
So it is Newfoundland Labrador sitting 2.
That's fine.
Yep.
T-line.
What do you think on this side? Just to freeze into the pocket.
So the call was for a freeze for Melissa Morrow.
Where? Back 8. It's way
It's
out.
a little wide and maybe a little heavy
No line
too.
at all. No, it's never come back.
Even with that dramatic curl, I agree with Jamie. I don't think that's coming
Just
back
leave it
to
up
where
5.
they needed to.
Okay.
That actually certainly settles in a position that helps Newfoundland Labrador, though.
Yeah, that'll definitely keep things interesting anyways.
So Newfoundland Labrador will try the same shot.
Line's good. Yep.
I gave it a little. I gave it a little.
Close. Yep.
I gave it a little.
Hard line. Line, I hear you. Go, go, go. Hard. Hard line. Hard. Hard. I know I heard you. I said I heard you. Okay.
Well, that opens the door for Prince Edward Island. It kind of wrecks that pocket they had, and boy, a big opportunity here.
3/4 to half, rolls right to the pocket here.
Definitely an opportunity here.
What do you want, just draw?
No, I'm just taking a breath.
No, she wasn't hesitating, Jamie.
Just trying to prepare.
There it goes.
Really hard.
Andrew McDougall trying to keep it on line. And ouch. It took off and they could not keep it, and they've taken their own out, and it leaves Newfoundland Labrador sitting 3.
But no, it's true.
Unfortunate miss
when,
there
when you
for
said
PEI.
That, I gave it that little extra because then I thought I was light, right?
And they're calling for a time, it looks like.
Keith Ryan will ask the team to come down, and they'll discuss their options. Plenty of good options here, I think.
He's definitely got a few different ways that he could take this, but I think none of them should be complacent. You don't want to feel too comfortable, even though you're sitting in a very, very nice spot right now.
And
then I'll have this again.
I mean, you can't block everything.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to be right about here. Christmas tree, these two.
Is there
or even right here?
Christmas
The only way of really blocking it, I think, is we got to go right there.
Yeah, just you ever go?
But even if he hits here, we're jamming.
Anything here? Yeah. Okay. Like here. Just full 4.
I don't think we can be here.
No, just full 4. Right
because
here.
we need to stop him from doing
fine.
that. If we go right there,
yeah, well,
I don't think that.
Just saying, but that'll be in a position where we can use it after, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anywhere there is fine, Mars.
A debate about a matter of inches.
Yeah, you're right.
But they make all the difference in terms of what will be available to Prince Edward Island, don't they?
Deep,
they definitely do.
To us.
So now we just need the throw to be within that matter of inches.
Marcy Brown play this counterclockwise rotation, her out turn.
Line's good. Where? Line's good. Yep, for line. Okay, well then, can't be heavy. Can't be heavy.
Take the double away, though.
Oh. Okay, good judge, guys. Good judge. Great judge.
Right
Okay.
into that pocket. And I think we talked earlier, you need a stick of dynamite. I think they'll need one here again.
Yeah, that definitely would be a useful tool in this situation.
Newfoundland Labrador with last rock.
He does this, he's losing one, and he'll still have the double.
He'll sit 3, though.
What?
He'll sit 3. Timeout.
And a timeout called right back by Prince Edward Island.
Yeah.
That's a gimme. He's going to sit 3, and I don't think there'll be a triple there. But yeah, I don't know what else we got. I
We
guess
play the double on this
play the
now.
double now.
Sit here.
It's not terrible.
What's he going to do? He's coming here and taking away the whole 4 foot.
Yeah, play the double on this. This triple.
It's close.
That'll spin hard. That's going to jam.
It's worth a try.
Like that.
And I think they're leaning towards the dynamite.
Hangs, you're at least getting the
That
double,
might kick
right?
there,
I'm in
too.
for that.
I might get off
I'm in for that.
I'm in for that too.
That's fair. I got to hit like a
think
quarter, right?
This many of the opposing team's
Those 2
rocks
go. We got
on the 4, you have to be thinking that aggressively.
Peel. There,
Yep.
Peel. I'm almost missing, trying to miss the
You're almost
6.
trying to miss the 6, yeah.
Just touch it.
Yep.
Get everything going.
Yep, I think it's our best, because this is dead jamming
Yep.
all day long.
Okay,
So.
move them around. We might create a wall anyway.
Yep, right on the 5.
Yeah.
You got it, Jamie.
Well, anyone I've ever played with will tell you that I'm a fan of the move 'em around strategy when you get to this point.
Yep.
So I am
Angles aren't great.
in agreement, I would say. with
Might be able to
Jamie
get
Mason right now.
3 of them, so. Peel.
The angles
At least
aren't
got the
great,
movement.
as
I might get a
Jamie
wall
noticed.
back there.
But this is about damage control right now. I think if you ask Jamie, he'd be happy to get out of this giving up a deuce.
They know what it feels like to come back from 4, and as I mentioned before, I don't think they want to do it again.
Nope.
So.
Yeah.
You see, give that a little extra. Andrew McDougall trying to keep it straight.
Really hard!
Watch the rocks fly.
Go, go!
That's pretty good.
I would say that is a nice result for sure. It definitely makes the angles a lot less complicated for anything that he's
Sure
got.
does. Everything's behind the tee line, too.
Yep.
So
Very cut and dry for Newfoundland and Labrador, and I think PEI's response will be equally as to the point.
Top button. Top button.
And he's got to place this rock very well. Otherwise, there is a double available, potentially.
Which could go for 2 for PEI.
Suddenly, PEI would be sitting 2 and force Newfoundland to take a single. Newfoundland Labrador skip. Keith Ryan now. First shot of the 6th end.
Little hot maybe? Little hot maybe? Little hot maybe?
Take a look.
It's all you. Here it goes. Here it goes. Just top button. Top button. Line's good.
Take a look. Take a look. Take a look.
Top button. Go, Cyril. Go, Cyril. Gotta go.
Like this to be second shot.
Right up. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Sweet, guys.
And that will be second shot.
See if we can get it across to here, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the freeze is available.
Right here. Yeah.
Well, preferably I don't want to be here.
Try to get
They
across
certainly
the
want
face
any
there.
kind of protection
as we
they can
can.
get from an open hit or
You got it.
allowing Keith to put another rock back on that 4-foot that could outcome them.
Locking on. Try to get across the nose a bit. Yeah, we want to get across the nose of the one in the back button so he doesn't have the angle in. The speed's still good, you think, yeah? 5, 10? 10. Ideally, we want to be right behind that one in the 4-foot. Like half behind it.
Yeah, I don't know, the right behind would keep you shot, so maybe don't go all the way behind it. I'm always astounded at how delicate a lift delivery
Yep.
can be.
Yep.
Brandon's in. Andrew's in. Andrew's in.
Whoa, if you can.
Where is it?
Andrew!
Andrew, yes!
Andrew!
There it goes.
Gotta go line!
No bounce! No bounce! No bounce!
Yes, Andrew!
Andrew!
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No bounce! No bounce! No bounce!
Sit, sit.
Oh, tucks right in there.
Almost overcurled, I think.
That's pretty good.
Nice shot.
Go through these around. So here, walking.
So it is Prince Edward Island sitting shot.
I mean, you throw.
The look on Jamie Newsom's face when he came back was one of sheer relief.
You can't throw peel.
No, but normal. Normal will get you here.
I don't know that there's a shot for 2, is there?
One.
Yeah.
If it's there, he'll find it.
Okay, just normal weight.
Worst we'll do is give up 1, right?
Yeah.
I can't pick my own, can I? Do we want to do 2?
What a wonderful 2 shots from Jamie
Just nose
Newsom
hit.
Absolutely.
to get out of this jam. Wow.
Just off nose, right?
It's either that or you're drawing.
Yeah, we'll draw for 1, right? You take the 1. Draw for 1. Same spot. Just give me hair more.
What? There it is. Terrific, terrific. Regardless of the outcome of this shot, what a terrific couple shots from Jamie Newsom to go from when he was looking up that first shot and he was thinking, this is not good.
How
now,
do I get rid of all 4 of these to forcing him to draw for 1?
and not an easy draw there. He does have backing, but he needs to bite some of that white in order to score a single.
What'd you get on the last one?
Pivotal moment in this game.
This is one of those shots where you hope for all of the environmental things that could go wrong to go wrong if you're PEI.
It's not
Because
curly.
you know he can make that draw.
It's not curly. It's not curly.
Here it comes.
Not curly.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, Cheryl. Cheryl.
Whoa.
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 Z.
Whoa.
Oh, that is running great straight for this ice.
Looks a little hot though, but it will find the backing, and it will be a single for Newfoundland Labrador. And that was another thoroughly entertaining end of curling.
They are giving us a great show, and I'm very pleased with it. This is so much back and forth. I'm definitely entertained, that's for sure.
So it will be Prince Edward Island that will have hammer in the 7th end, but a big point there for Newfoundland Labrador. But it could have been worse for PEI.
Absolutely could have. That could have been a big end. There seems to be, this is a new pattern in the second half of the game.
Yep.
There's some big end potential. All you need is for one mistake and it could go.
So Newfoundland Labrador will have a little team huddle, as you see, just inside their hog line, as they're going to discuss how to approach this 7th end. I imagine Prince Edward Island has a game plan too. Do you want to blank this end and take hammer into the 8th, down 1? And of course, Newfoundland Labrador would love to either steal or force Prince Edward Island to a single and have hammer themselves tied up coming home. So it's just how you do that. That's the key. And it will be a center guard is the call for Newfoundland Labrador. Reminder, we'll be back on the air later this afternoon, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Manitoba, Alex Forrest taking on Jamie Cooey of the Northwest Territories. Territories, the lone unbeaten team in Pool A at 3-0. Manitoba coming in with a 2-1 record.
Hey, whoa. We're just over. Are you sure? No, we're barely over. I don't think it's over, is it?
They got to get this across. It will go just.
Didn't play, but not quite where they had hoped it would be.
And it is actually a corner guard for Prince Edward Island. And they'll take the deuce if they can get it this end, no doubt. And that corner guard certainly does help their cause.
Back 8.
Don't touch, never. Yeah, don't touch.
And the communication was that was a bit hot out of her hand, and I think the sweepers agreed.
Okay.
But it'll stick around to keep the skips on
I
their
don't
toes.
know. We're going to have to get the overhead on that. We'll see.
Or just go here.
Well, I see white, but...
Yeah. But the camera's a little forward of straight over that rock.
We'll have to see if that rock comes into play, and that 6-foot biter bar might have to come out to see if it's on the rings.
But in the meantime, it's every skip's favorite. Don't back up too fast.
Line's
You don't know what's behind you.
Exactly.
Have a look. 3, 2. Line's really good. Just gonna overcurl a little bit, but we're close to it. Great shot. All right. Sit down. Sit. Okay. Yep.
Say you're freezing.
That does zip into the rings, and chance here for Prince Edward Island to perhaps play the hit and roll, cross the face hit and roll.
All right, you got it.
Miranda and Jamie, by the way, were provincial runners-up in the PEI mixed doubles championships the last couple seasons.
You got it. Come on. Go.
That's going to have to curl.
He's going to catch a piece.
Will it stay on the rings? Will. And PEI sitting 1, maybe 2.
What do you like?
TBD on that 2nd.
I don't know about that 2nd back there.
We do have a final to report. We'll get to that as soon as Zach Young plays this shot. An open hit.
Clean, yep. Mark, whoa. Clean, yep.
Very nice. We can tell you that New Brunswick has defeated the Yukon 7-3. So New Brunswick improving to 3-1. And Yukon dropping to 1-2. We'll see the Yukon later today. They'll be in our 7:30 p.m. broadcast, taking on Saskatchewan, and Saskatchewan currently in a 5-2 lead over BC.
And we just saw Jamie standing over that back blue rock again, trying to decide if it is in play. And he seems to have decided to engage in the dangerous game of hitting behind the tee line. So.
Good. You take a look. That's too hard to tell.
I think both teams are in agreement that too many of the other team's rocks in the house at this point is.
You heard what Jamie just said. Too hard to tell. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
He asked Miranda to take a look, and I'm not sure she had a conclusion either.
Whoa. Yep. True.
So they'll trade hits.
Whoa.
Zach Young.
Yes. Hard.
Oh.
And
well, now we know.
There was no doubt now.
That's where you get forced to one.
But it is a nice roll. But it is backing for.
No worries now. Stop it.
There you hear it.
You got it.
We had a situation like that at the Home Hardware pre-trials in Liverpool where Glenn Howard made a call based on a very, very similarly positioned stone. And he thought it was off the rings, and he played his end. He played for a blank, rolled his shooter out. And in fact, ran the bar around and blank, it was on the ring, so he was forced to take a single when he could have played a hit and stick for two.
It's there on its own?
It's all on its own.
Also, okay. Just leave it. Sit. Okay, that's not terrible.
There was a bit of chuckling from Newfoundland and Labrador as they came back to get ready for this next shot. I think they were quite pleased with the roll on that last one, ending the debate about whether or not that rock was still valuable. And we're still hitting behind the tee line here. This is an interesting back and forth that's happening this end.
This is, they called the freeze on this one, I believe, and that's a chance to get you got to make this, so otherwise the deuce comes into play for PEI, and I'm thinking that's going to be short.
Short, and it's going to overcurl. I think it's not going to sit in quite the position they wanted it to.
Now a chance to split the rings, or even get another one in behind that guard.
Stop 8.
And that will be the call.
4-1.
Yep.
As you hear,
Stop 8.
What are we thinking?
PEI now committed to chasing that deuce.
Trying to make use of that backing.
Yep.
That's definitely something both teams have done quite a bit this game, is making use of anything going on behind the tee line and using it as backup.
That's pretty good. Where?
Well then, it looks heavy.
I want full 8, guys. Make sure. You sure? It looks like it's not quite there.
Whoa, take a look.
Easy.
Take a look.
Easy. Line's great. Overcurling if anything. Oh, no. It's overcurling if anything. Sit. Okay, good. That's fine.
Melissa Morrow making the shot. And it is PEI sitting 2. But a corner freeze here could shake this up. Marcy Brown will take aim at that corner freeze.
Line's good. Line's good. Room. Be here. Yep. Gotta go line. Where? Hersey. Clean. Yep.
Looks
Get it
pretty
here.
good.
Go.
It's going to finish directly on top, though, which doesn't have them.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It almost shimmied that back blue that it tapped into a slightly better position.
The challenge is throwing the same thing twice. All right, you guys got it.
Where?
They'll go around that guard again.
Just top 8. Andrew's in. We got a lot of line. Just top 8, guys. Got a curl. Full 8. You can go at all, Andrew. We got to get some finish. Go, Andrew. We got to get some finish. No line. Yep. Keep going. Okay. Oh, jeez. What was there?
That's a problem, though. There's the double now available. Keith Ryan, line it up.
Normal.
And we are already on Skips Rocks, the Fend. It seems like it just flew right by.
Big opportunity for Newfoundland Labrador
Normal.
to snuff out a deuce.
Yep. Even nose is not bad there. Well, if we get nose, we should get a double.
There's a couple doubles available, as he noted, either the straight back on the rock at the back or push it sideways and remove the second shot stone.
I'll be interested to see where his shooter ends up, because that could really dictate.
Tight out of his hand, though. Is that on the guard?
That is on the
right
guard.
over Cheryl.
Well on the guard.
Well then. Oh, good catch.
That's being alert there.
I once had a friend tell me that he wouldn't curl until we can bounce things off the sides like bowling. So
Could sit 3, but
safe to say he will never curl, but that would be an interesting
he makes it
sport.
double, he probably rolls out, and then we can chip that for 3, right?
Yep, I like it.
So 3 is definitely on the board for Prince Edward Island, and they'll
You got it, Jamie.
go to the open side here.
What?
Speed still the same?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to sit, well, they need to sit third
Even the
shot,
double, I
really.
think he rolls out, he makes the double, and then we can bump the other one for 3.
There you go.
Ugh, lays it all out for us.
Yeah, but we can't be T-line. That leaves him a triple, so we want to be just top 8. Full 8 to be. Who counting theirs? 10?
Where? Right here.
Mine's
Whoa,
good.
take a look. Take a look.
Full 8. Just full 8. Andrew's in full 8.
Take a look.
Just full 8.
Whoa, Andrew.
Just top 8.
Just right here.
Oh, sit.
Are we above the tee?
Sit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're running out of rings.
Sit. Okay, we're good.
That'll get the job done. Very nice.
It does indeed.
So it is Prince Edward Island sitting 3, and Keith Ryan needs to make a couple go away, and even then there's still not a guarantee that they won't give up 3 here.
Take the double.
They're in a bit of a pickle.
You got that one going?
Well, we said that about Prince Edward Island last end too, didn't we?
We
And
did.
Newfoundland Labrador was forced to take a single, so there have been pickles in this game that have been gotten out of.
This game is a jar of pickles, really.
Hardsy. Hardsy.
Yep.
Hardsy.
And again, that's tight out of his hand. I think he's going to get a double. Might get the one at the back. He does not. And
I think so. Make sure you get this one out, though.
Yeah.
now
Even
a
if we do
shot
that, right?
available to Prince Edward Island
Yep. Half, quarter, half a rough.
Thin half, a
to
third.
score 3, maybe. Is 4 on the board here.
There could be some big things
Give me
happening
on the edge
now,
of
but
that
it
6.
needs to be just
Firm.
just what he
Not a
needs,
bomb.
like
Just-
exactly what he's calling for. I don't know that there's much margin for error here. I mean, a nose hit's not terrible. He won't get his
Tell
triple,
me,
but
stay on that side.
he'll still get a 3.
Firm.
Big opportunity for Jamie Newson and Prince Edward Island. Down 1, playing this 7th end.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Miranda. Andrew.
Andrew.
Looks close, looks close. And there it is.
Well done.
The second 4-ender of this game, and this time it's Prince Edward Island putting it on the board, and they will take a 9-6 lead. There's a replay, just a perfect shot. Well called, well thought out by Prince Edward Island, and it's going to be a 9-6 lead. Newfoundland Labrador will have Hammer coming home down by 3. This is so far the game of the tournament. It's been really, really good.
Absolutely. They're both in it Nobody has ever stepped back for a second in this game. It's definitely been a head-to-head competition for sure, and I'm excited to see what Newfoundland and Labrador does with their hammer this end.
Both teams thinking they've landed a knockout punch, and the other team just gets right back off the mat and throws one of their own.
This game is not over until it's truly over.
5-rock rule, that's all we need to say. And we'll tell you, just for
we're gonna run out of time.
more information, Newfoundland Labrador has 1 minute 55 seconds to play this 8th end. Now, they do have a timeout, but there's not going to be an awful lot of hesitation. Prince Edward Island down to 3 minutes, but it is Newfoundland Labrador with less than 2 minutes to play this 8th end, and that's an eternity to Kevin Cooey, but...
You're going to see some very decisive calls from Keith Ryan. I think he knows what he needs to do, and he's going to have that broom down and ready to go.
That can't be in the rings from Newfoundland Labrador's perspective, but it is. And will it even stay in the rings? It will not. So big miss there. That was a guard attempt.
My way this time. Towards me this time.
I think we'll see another throw through here.
I got it, Andrew.
And just to keep everybody in top shape, he's asked for both handles.
Yeah, that's right. The guard is the call. Newfoundland Labrador, each miss does run them out of chances.
While they're up against the clock, they also run the risk of running themselves out of rocks, which is not a good spot to be when you need to take 4.
Easy. All right, throw through again.
Sorry there.
I got it, man.
And a third throw through. Rocks in play, not good from PEI's perspective, so they'll just take any of those scenarios out of play. Andrew McDougall will throw this to the hack.
Good.
While it's an intelligent strategic play, it can definitely feel weird where every rock has been valuable up until now, and suddenly you're just tucking them through the house.
It's heavy.
Five rocks to come for Newfoundland Labrador. They're down to 1 minute and 24 seconds, so they should be okay. Just as long as they are ready in the hack each time to throw. That will come into the rings.
When you think of it, PEI is almost doing them a favor having less rocks in play. They have to think about less.
That's
they
right.
Use less time.
I got it, Andrew.
Miranda, little. Miranda. No, Melissa. Clean. Grab the shooter there.
Trying to peel that out, and the shot is made. Another guard will be called. And as you said, Christina, Prince Edward Island will keep this pretty basic. Hit anything that's red.
With the added factor of try not to stick around ourselves either.
Right.
Throw.
That.
Well, you look back at this game, and it was a roller coaster ride.
Straight, PL.
Two fun to watch four-enders, and then some great forces, and I think both of these teams put on a great show, but looking like Prince Edward Island in good shape to get their first win and stay alive for a spot in that championship pool.
They certainly are looking in good shape, and if they can, maintain this through the final end and take this level of play through the rest of the way, I look forward to seeing what they can accomplish in other games.
Good.
Peel is made.
They're not even leaving a guard.
We can tell you the other game on the ice has wrapped up now. It is a 6-3 win for Saskatchewan. Team Grindheim from North Battleford, and they do improve to 3-1, and that hands British Columbia its first loss. BC drops to 2-1. We'll see Saskatchewan in action later tonight here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel.
Hard line! Hard line! Okay, you're by. You're by. You're by. Yep, go deep. Deep.
They'll bring that in.
Ooh.
Maybe a pick there.
Lovely.
Newfoundland and Labrador is reaching a point where they need these rocks to be counting if they can hope to take 4. So
Yep.
we're cutting it kind of close to not be in the house just yet, but I don't know that Jamie Newson's going to make that easy for them either.
Chance to clear both of these guards, but getting rid of one of them is the primary job.
All right. Whoa,
and as you say, removing that shooter.
Andrew bit. Good.
So they'll remove the short one, which is nice. And it will go across and out of play.
Good sweep.
Line's good. See? Hard, see? Hard, Zach. Finish it.
I was going to say, this rock has to count, and there's 2 left for Keith Ryan, and they would have to count in order to get us to an extra end.
I was about to say the exact same thing. These rocks don't get to just hang out and have free room and board anymore. They need to contribute.
Yeah, well, let's go for the back one if it comes up.
Yep, you got it.
I forgot my gripper.
So they'll make a pass with that shot. Jamie Newson, a shot for the win.
Same thing. Go for the back one if it comes up. Guard's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I'm not throwing a bomb, but I'm throwing it through. No, you're fine. Stay there.
You can see about half a rock. Jamie Newson taking a breath, collecting his thoughts. Chance to get in the win column with this shot.
Yep.
Miranda.
Hard Miranda.
Hard.
Easy. Andrew.
Clean. Andrew.
Oh. Nice.
And there it is. That will wrap it up. What a great win for Prince Edward Island. 9-6 as Prince Edward Island gets into the win column. That concludes our afternoon play here from the Canmore Golf and Curling Club. A reminder, we will be back on the air 4 o'clock this afternoon, Mountain Time. We will see Manitoba take on the Northwest Territories. That's 4 o'clock Mountain Time from a 2021 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. For Christina Langs, I'm Al Cameron saying so long from Canmore.